Hey people, do you know how to make a cover song from a song that you actually really like? Come on, let's check it out. In my case, I'm gonna do a pop punk rock song version of this. So in this case, the song is 140. First is stem splitter, right? Click on that. Bing. The first one is the intro. You can listen right here. It's just the guitar. Punkish style, so I did this. Check it out. Hey people, so I did the cover song of this song. It's a pop song from Vietnam that I actually really like. And then when I was doing the cover song, I realized one thing. This song is very similar, the chords are very similar to this other song. Tell me what you think. And I said, okay, let's do a punk pop cover for this song. And this is what I did. Okay people, so now I got my song right here, right? That's the song. I'm not gonna put it because YouTube. Anyway, so the first thing you do is you open a new project, right? That's where you're gonna work. Click, new project. That's it. Okay, now previously, you gotta know what the BPM of the song you're gonna work is. You got your song, you drag it to your DAW. So in this case, the song is 140, right? You gotta align the start of the song. So now you know the BPM of your song, and now you compare it with the click to see if it's right. So here we go. Remember, put the beats in sync with the click, and then you'll know if you have the right tempo. Here it goes. I'm not showing you the whole song because YouTube might strike me. So I'm just putting little things, little pieces, but you will understand what I've done. Right now, we got the BPM sync with the click of the song with the actual BPM, right? What are we gonna do? In this case, in my case, I'm gonna do a pop punk rock song version of this, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in another BPM that I think it's gonna work for the type of genre that we're gonna do. In this case, if the song is 140, I'm gonna put it in 160. So then what do? You gotta work with your flex, at least here in Logic Pro. So what do? You just press E, the key E, bam, this pops up. And then you come up here, see this little icon over here? Pressing it, right? Bing. Do you want to turn on flex for track W, blah, 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 blah? Yes, turn on flex. It's analyzing, it's turned on, right? And then you go next here, you see the blue here, you go next here and you click, and then you put polyphonic, right? This is gonna put every click of the tempo in the right position. Now that you turn on the flex, you changed your BPMs, right? In this case, for the pop punk rock version that I want to do, the BPMs that I'm going to work with is 160. So what do? You double click where your BPMs are. Here's 140 as you can see here. Double click and you press 160 and then you change it, right? The song is going to go with the click because we activated the flex option. So here we go, listen to it. See, it's perfect with the tempo. Remember, first activate the flex, then change to polyphonic, then change your BPMs. That's how you do it. The next step you do is to separate the stems of the song that you want to make the cover. You click on the track, you right click the track, this options comes out, you come up here where it says processing. Processing stem splitter, right? Click on that. Bing. This is the stems that is going to bring out the vocals, the drums, the bass, and others, right? So I click on that, here it goes. Here it is. So the first one is the vocals, right? The second one is the drums or the beats, right? The next one is the basses. We got the basses over here. Pretty cool, right? And the last one is everything else. The step that I do next is to find out what is the key. So I usually do it by ear, I take my guitar and I listen and I try to, but if your ear is not trained enough, there's another and easier way to do this. So right here, you already activated the flex, right? So you get the track that has the easiest melody. In this case, we got the synths, or you can do it on the bass. I usually do it on the bass, but in this case, I'm gonna do it on the synth. What do? I click E on the keyboard, this comes up, and here, you know the flex you can see here in blue, and then you got the options on the right, and you click on that, but instead of polyphonic, you go to flex pitch, right? We're not gonna change the pitch, it's gonna be a guide to knowing what keys are your song. Now that you activated the flex pitch, you can actually look at the melody itself, right? So that's when you start thinking about how you're gonna do your song, because now you got the keys, you got the tempos, and you just gotta go on and start creating, right? The next thing you're gonna do is you gotta divide your song in sections so you can start working on it by pieces instead of one whole strip, right? If for example you want the intro to be different from the original, then the verses gotta change a little bit, or you want to keep the same, or that's a choice that you make. But once you have divided your song, it is more clear of a path for you to work on your song. So come on, let's do that. Okay, little people, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions, right? The first one is the intro. You can listen right here. It's just the guitar. It has the same melody as the song, but it's made with guitars, and it has maybe an octave higher, and it's just the beginning while she starts singing. So the funny thing about this song is that it's very punkish also in the way they structure it, because the chorus and the verses are not very well established or not like super defined, which is okay, but it's what usually we do in the punk rock songs. Like, we don't care what goes where, you know what I mean? And this song has that, which is amazing. So the first one is the intro, the second one is the verse. I wanted to do it more 2000s punkish style, so I did this. Check it out. Right, it's very 2000s, 2010 styles. I like it, very good. And then they have something like chorus, but it wasn't the chorus, so I just went on unison. So I just went on unison, and this is how it sounded, with some octaves within. Then for the chorus, I just went full 90s punk rock, neo, what we call that back then. It's like tupa turupa. Here it goes. Check it out. Right? Very simple. I don't put the audio very much because I don't want to strike out, but that's basically what to do. We got verse 2. It's more like a like a punky style. Here it goes. Right, and then the verse 2B is more like hitting on it, like really going for that emotion, right? Here it goes. Pretty cool, right? And then the bridge, I just play with the guitars, some little arpeggiator that I did there, super simple, to give more like kind of a mood of it. So here it goes. Pretty nice, right? I really like that. And then at the end, the funny thing is the end is that the chorus, it just does one cycle. It doesn't repeat itself. It's just one. So I just went fully 90s punk rock style again. So this is how it goes. So that's basically it. I just discovered because I like it and I enjoy this song, and I think it's a good tribute to the idea that they had with my own style. I respect the artist and I really like what they did with their song. I love their original song. I just wanted to do something different with something that I really liked. Once you define the structures, you gotta start working, or I start working with the beats first, in this case the drums, right? If you're doing other type of styles like hip hop, you just go with a different beat, right? Then after I do my structures, I go along with the guitar. What do I want the bass guitar to have, right? In this case, the bass guitars changes a lot. So that's why you do the structures, or that's why you divide the song. So okay, in this part of the song, I'm gonna do this. In this part of the song, I'm gonna do this. This other part of the song, I'm gonna do this. So that's what I did. And then the last thing I work, for example, in this case, the last thing I worked was on the bass. I try to keep it simple, maybe some scales at the end of every cycle, but that was basically it. Keep it simple. It's punk rock. There's no science to it. If you want to listen to the whole song, you can go check out my TikTok account. I have it there because they don't strike me out. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, people, so that was basically it. The steps are: get your song, get the BPMs of the original song, put it into your DAW, change your flex to poly, and then change your BPMs to the BPMs that you're actually gonna work on. If you're not gonna work on a different BPM, just keep it like that. Then after you have your BPM set for the song, stem splitter. It divides into 4 stems: vocals, bass, beats, drums, and everything else, right? If you're struggling to know the key, remember you can always go to the pitch flex with your bass or with your melody and find out which scale is the song at. Then after you're done the stem splitter, what you do is you divide your song into the sections that you think you're gonna work on. And then I start with the beats and the guitar bass, right? So I do the guitar bass, and on top of the guitar bass, I start creating the drums or the beats. And then after that, it's just imagination, creation, right? Then after you have your beats and your guitar, you can start blowing your head with whatever intentions you want to make for the song. So guys, there was the song. If you want to check the whole song, it's on TikTok. It's on my TikTok account, Rebel Masters. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned. I hope it's useful for you. Remember to put some comments down below. If you want to tell me what next cover to do, just put it down below. Remember to like, it helps me a lot and for the algorithm. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.